It's Wednesday, March 24th. I got a big stack of comic books, and I'm going to tell you what the best splash page of the week was. Hi, my name is McKinley. Thanks for clicking. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me because I know you have a lot of other squares to click on, and so clicking on mine, thanks. So today, I'm going to talk to you about the best splash pages of the week. Now, I got a big stack of comic books, but don't let a big stack confuse you, because this one doesn't count. It's really good. Well, I actually haven't read it yet, but I know it's going to be good. But it's collected of old issues, so it doesn't count for best splash page of the week. Now, that makes the stack a little bit smaller, but these two don't count because they came out. These are foil variants that came out, and the issue came out a couple of weeks ago. So they're not there. This stack gets smaller. This one doesn't count because it was from the 50-cent bin. So nothing new here. Can't take that one into account. Stack keeps getting smaller, doesn't it? These two don't count because they're variants of covers that are in here. Check out that cover. So sick, right? Darn, the stack gets smaller. How many are we left with? That looks like 6 to me. So we got 6 comics to go through, and I'm going to tell you the best splash pages of the week. But first, let's talk about some other stuff. My prediction for maybe 5 years from now, BRZRKR #1 is going to be the most common issue in the world. I mean, how many I have? This takes me up to, I think I'm up to 5. I'm not sure. I really enjoyed it a lot, but not having 5 issues worth. So why do I have 2 more copies of BRZRKR? Well, because they came with these coupons. Not really coupons, they're just cards. But you buy this issue of BRZRKR, you get this card with it, and then you buy BRZRKR #2, which you were going to do anyway because BRZRKR #1 was so good. Going back to what I'm talking about, I got distracted by how good BRZRKR #1 was because I can't wait for BRZRKR #2. So getting back to this thing is you get these cards, take them back to where you got them on April 14th, and they're going to give you a free copy of Something is Killing the Children #1, special edition. So you can bet that I got one at each of my LCSs. So I'm going to have me 2 #1s pretty soon. Seriously though, if you need a good deal on a BRZRKR #1, I can hook you up. This is like 5 now. For everyone keeping track, here's the new Punchline alert. Punchline is on the variant version of Harley Quinn #1. She's right there in the corner. So if you're buying all things Punchline, you're going to need to get this one. That's the Punchline alert of the week. Actually, she's on Detective Comics 1034 in this like bladey thingy right there. So, but I mean, it's just a sliver, but it's still her. So, 2 Punchline alerts, but really the only one that really matters, I think, is the Harley Quinn one. Let's talk about something else. I know you came to talk about splash pages, but let's talk about the top 3 comics of the week. And that number 3 is the Detective Comics I just showed you. This is a really good story by Mariko Tamaki. I think that's who wrote it, I hope. If not, we'll edit it out. So I better pause so we can cut that part out. But this is a really good read. I enjoyed it a lot, and I can't wait to read the next issue. She did a really good job writing that one. Coming in at number 2 is Aliens, or Alien, just Alien. Oh my gosh, this is so good. I really enjoyed this book a lot. It was like watching a movie, but in a comic book form. Innovative idea, right? The best book of the week, though, coming in at number 1, and honestly, this might be the best book of the entire month. I cannot believe how much I enjoyed, and it was a surprise to me because I haven't been that on board. I really liked the issue 2. I didn't like issue 1. I cannot believe how much I liked issue 3, and really, it could be the comic of the month. It was better than anything else I've read this month. Haha, number 3. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how good this was. It was a silent comic. There was no words, no dialogue, just all action, in quotes. I cannot believe how good this comic was. It was brilliant. I'm so stoked to read it. I didn't even read it because there's no words, there's no dialogue. But just the experience was fantastic. Best comic of the week for sure, hands down. Anybody that tells you differently is, forget about it. Best comic of the week. Best comic probably of the month. Haha, number 3. Can't believe how good it was. It was fantastic. So, now that I told you about the best 3 comics of the week, let's talk about the best 3 splash pages, because those aren't necessarily the same, right? Gummy worms from New Glory Craft Brewery out of Sacramento, California. This was yummy. All right, so coming in at number 3, ironically, because it was also the 3rd best comic of the week, Dan Mora in Detective Comics 1034 with this splash page featuring the Party Crashers. Pretty cool, right? So coming in at number 2 this week is Rafa Sandoval and Jordi Tarragona, penciler and inker, for Teen Titans Academy number 1. And this really cool, sick piece, right? I know you're anxious to see the best splash page of the week, but first, here's a comic tip from me to you. If you get a 50-cent book like this Normal Man, which is pretty beat, Fresh Bag and Board will turn a 50-cent comic, make it look like a $1 comic. All right, best splash page of the week, Salvador LaRocca, Alien number 1, and this is a double page spread of goodness. Scary, right? Too bad that haha came out, because it could have been the best comic of the week. Well, that was a busy week, right? Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and peace, love, Bunny and Bear.